What's going on, guys? So here we are with another day of DFS Daily Fantasy Talk Show. So today we're going to be doing some NBA slate. Yesterday, Thursday Night Football was pretty successful. I profited about $12.50 last night, putting Hunter Henry at MVP, playing Josh Jacobs, playing Melvin Gordon, and playing Eckler. They all got touchdowns, so pretty good day yesterday for us. Hopefully you tailed the lineup. If you didn't, learn your lesson. Play it tonight. So tonight we're doing some NBA stuff. Let's just dive into it. So first off, D'Angelo Russell supposedly is coming back from his 3-game absence off the ankle injury, and obviously he's going to slide in at the point guard with Curry obviously out and Clay obviously out. Yeah, you guys know the injuries that they have right now. So not many offensive weapons, which bodes well for a guy like D'Angelo Russell. He was known for the Nets being, the only offensive guy. Kyrie's kind of taken that over now. Now that D'Angelo Russell's the only guy now in Golden State, this is a huge opportunity for him. Going against Minnesota tonight without Jeff Teague, so Minnesota will be playing Jarrett Culver at their point guard tonight. Should be a really good matchup for Russell. He'll be tossing it to Pascal at some times as well, because Pascal's been doing really well. So I think Russell's a really good play tonight at point guard. His price is at $8,400, so it's a bit high, but I think with his value, I think it's going to be a really good play tonight. Next up, we have kind of a lowly owned guy, I think, Marquise Thybulle, with Ben Simmons obviously out with the AC injury. Thybulle will be sliding into that shooting guard position, and I believe that will put Josh Richardson at point guard. So going against Denver tonight, this should be a pretty good game, actually. I think Denver is probably going to win it with no Ben Simmons for Philly, but I think Thybulle is going to do a really good job, not only on the offensive but the defensive end. Always been known as a defensive specialist. I think he'll get a couple steals. He's going against Gary Harris, who actually isn't 100%. I know he's a game-time decision for tonight. He is expected to play. So I think Thybulle will do a really good job in that matchup. Even though Denver is ranked 7th against opposing shooting guards, I think Gary Harris won't do as good of a job tonight, not being 100%. I think this bodes well for Thybulle going in. His price is only at $3,100, so he's a really good value tonight, even if he ends up being a bust. I think even though there's the chance, because he's not a huge offensive guy, I think he could really have a big boom night tonight for being a low-owned guy. So Thybulle definitely sliding at the shooting guard. Small forward. This guy, I don't know how his price has not gone up yet. He's been really great this year, averaging 30 points per game, or 30 fantasy points per game. OG Anunoby, I can't even say that name. He's been great for the Raptors this year as a scoring option. He's only at 5,800 on DraftKings tonight. I don't know how his price really hasn't gotten above 6,000 because of his average being at 30. But while his price is down, I'm going to play him. Going against New Orleans tonight, that will be Josh Hart sliding in at the small forward position because the return of Jrue Holiday is tonight, or the second game back. I'm not really sure. I haven't followed the Pelicans as much lately. But Anunoby should have a good matchup against Josh Hart. He'll have the size, and I just don't think Josh Hart is a great defender, as good of an offensive player as he is. So I'm pretty happy with Anunoby tonight. I think he'll put up another 30 or more. I really like this play tonight. Should be a really good game between the Pelicans and the Raptors as well. So at my power forward position, actually this was one of the last positions I selected when going through my lineup. So this one is a bit of a boomer or bust as well, but I'm putting DeAndre Hunter in at my power forward. He's actually listed as a small forward, power forward. Obviously many people are like, wait a minute, isn't he a small forward? Well, DraftKings has him as a power forward as well, so I'm going to slide him in on there. He's only 4,300. The Hawks are playing the Kings tonight, so that could be a really good game for the Hawks to put up a lot of points. The only matchup I don't love in this game, ironically, is Trae Young because he's going against De'Aaron Fox. I think Fox is a pretty good defender, and I think he'll play good on-ball defense against Trae. So I think a good second option for them is going to be DeAndre Hunter, and obviously Jabari Parker's been pretty good for them too. So DeAndre Hunter, I think it's going to be a good play tonight. His average is 17.8, which is a bit low, but he is in the starting lineup. He's going against a weak Kings team, so I think he has a really good chance of having a big boom night tonight. So back at center, my boy Karl Anthony Towns. I have this guy on both my fantasy teams for ESPN. He's been a beast this year. I mean, obviously he got into that fight with Embiid. So that wasn't a great night. I actually had played Embiid that night on DFS earlier on, and of course, Embiid had, I believe, 32 points at halftime, and then they got in the fight. So that kind of sucked. But now Karl Anthony Towns going against Golden State. And as good as D'Angelo Russell's going to play at point guard, he can't play center. Willie Cauley-Stein's going to be trying to guard Karl Anthony Towns. And I think even if they try to come in and double team with Pascal, Karl Anthony Towns, man, he's a great player. He can assist, he can rebound, he can score, and he'll have no problem dealing with that double team and finding his open guy. So that does open up the door for maybe a Robert Covington play. I don't have him in my lineup, but that's definitely someone I'd look out for to do some scoring tonight. Maybe as well as the small forward for the Timberwolves, and I'm not actually sure who that's going to be just yet. But definitely look for the forwards of Minnesota to do pretty well tonight. Next, we're also going with a pretty low budget, low owned guy, Duncan Robinson. This guy has been a stud. With the injuries that the Heat have had, he's gotten an opportunity to come in, undrafted free agent. Actually, ironically, went to my high school, Governor's Academy, before going to Phillips Exeter and then to Michigan. But this kid can score, man. I mean, coming out of the draft, I knew he was going to be undrafted because he hadn't had a great year since his sophomore year. Then he got overstepped by Abdul Rahman, who came in, was a phenomenal guard. But that was Duncan Robinson's team for the first 2 years. He is a great scorer. Going against the Lakers tonight, so I think he's sliding into that small forward position. So with LeBron being point, that's pretty good because that leaves Kentavious Caldwell-Pope at the shooting guard, who actually is a decent defender. And then their small forward tonight is going to be, oh my goodness, I'm blanking on this, but I promise you it's a good matchup. I can't remember the name right now. But Duncan Robinson, he has high scoring volume. He can put in 25 a game easily. And at the price of $3,400, I think he's definitely worth the risk, even though he is going against the Lakers. I think this will be a nice back and forth game. I do think the Lakers have the advantage with no Justice Winslow for the Heat tonight. And I think this is going to be a really good game. Duncan Robinson, though, definitely a great value. Is 16 fantasy points per game. And a couple of those games, he was one of the last guys off the bench when the Heat were healthy. I think he's a really great play. My forward play is going to be Josh Okogie. This guy has been pretty good. I mean, he's been boom or bust lately, but I think with the matchup against Golden State tonight, so this is the small forward that I was talking about earlier, and I didn't name because he was in my lineup. But Josh Okogie should have a really good night going against the Warriors. Like I said, really the only good two players that the Warriors have in their lineup starting are Russell and Pascal. He'll be matched up on Glenn Robinson tonight. Not a great defender. He's been known to throw down cool dunks, but his defense isn't a strong suit. The Warriors are 26th in the NBA going against small forwards, and that's where Okogie's going to be playing tonight, though he's normally a shooting guard. But I think he's going to be a really good play tonight going against a weak Warriors team, and he definitely can boom tonight. Lastly, I left enough salary to play my boy LeBron James. No, I'm just kidding. He's not my boy. I hate him. But he's been on a tear lately, man. He has triple doubles in the last 3 games. Going against Miami tonight without Justice Winslow. So that means unless Jimmy Butler guards him, he's going to have a huge advantage in the offensive end. I think Anthony Davis another good play tonight as well, being matched up not against Bam Adebayo, but against what's their power forward's name? He's trash anyway. You can look it up. If you just Google starting lineups, I promise I looked it up earlier and I just can't remember his name. But LeBron and AD should have no problem having big games tonight. Obviously, you can only fit one of them in unless you literally play everyone else at 4,000. And I'm not about to take that risk. So I'm going to play LeBron James tonight. I think he has a great matchup, great scorer. Obviously, he's been hot lately. Feed the hot hand. So that is my lineup tonight. If you guys want to tail it, definitely let me know in the comments. If you have any questions, obviously reach out. If you think that I'm not sure of something and you just want to reach out and make sure, I'm going to do some more research going into tonight. Like I said, I'm making a couple more lineups anyway. So if you want to reach out to me at Twitter at Fantasy Talk Show, and obviously you can comment on this video, like and subscribe for more stuff. I will be doing an NBA slate Saturday night, and then probably, actually no, I might do my NFL and NBA videos tomorrow, because obviously Sunday 1 o'clock games. So I think that might be the move tomorrow. But I will update you guys on Twitter and let you know what my plans are. But as of tonight, I'm feeling really good about the slate. I'm excited to go. And if I make any last minute changes, I will let you guys know on Twitter. So be sure to follow me. Again, that's at Fantasy Daily Show. Sorry, Fantasy Talk Show. I just made it, so I'm blanking on the name. But I'll put the link in the description just so you guys can follow me, and I can let you know of any updates. But if I don't update you, then let's have a good night with this lineup. Thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate it, and as always, good luck tonight.